nome del Padre, del Figlio, dello Spirito Santo. Salvatore, ricevi quest'anello, segno del mio amore e della mia fedeltà. Nel nome del Padre, del Figlio, dello Spirito Santo. Amen.
Please, close together. Now look at the camera.
This is Waltham Cross in Hertfordshire, England. Today, about 2,000 Italians have made this London suburb their other home. They came after the war, first to work as market gardeners, and then, as industry developed, to go into the new factories. And they came here mainly from one island, Sicily, land of the mafia and the vendetta, of poverty and harsh traditions, a place to which most of its people will one day return. This story tells of just one family, the Nicastros, and how they returned to Sicily, not to stay, but for a summer holiday. 3 weeks in the village of their birth, a village called Sutera. But for the meantime, still in Waltham Cross, the local Suterese get together for a wedding reception. Like most of the Sicilian community, they are known as hard workers and good family people, with a noisy capacity to enjoy themselves. The son in our family is Mello Nicastro. He is 19 and doing a course in business studies at a local technical college. He was 10 years old when he first left Sicily.
You come from a small town in Sicily where you know everybody, and to change from that into a kind of a setup where you're just another person in that society, it's very, very difficult. You don't know anybody, nobody really takes much care of you. It's very traumatic, really.
Will I have a chip?
If I am with Italian people, then we will talk about certain things. If I am with English people, I've now learned to talk about other things.
Do you think of the Italian Italy-Argentina game? The defence is quite good and they'll probably go for a draw.
Yeah, I know, but they've still got to be sure of what to do, like. They should have won.
And I can switch from one society to another.
Group 3.
Although it's good to be able to do that, you reach a stage where you have a split personality, really.
Look who's coming.
Oh, it's the other one, lady.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Mello lives with his family in a new council flat. And although Holbrook Estate, like the English way of life, may be a long way from Sutera, their home is comfortable and centrally heated, and they do not complain. Giuseppe, Papa Nicastro, came to England 13 years ago. When he arrived, he spoke no English and he had no promise of a job. For 3 years, he lived alone, saving every penny to reunite his family. In Sutera, he was a goat herd, a hard but dignified life where he had recognition among his fellow men. If it had not been for the general poverty of Sicily and his own ill health, Giuseppe Nicastro might still be a goat herd today.
It's quite an exceptional thing for a Sicilian man to do some kind of work which doesn't really involve any strength, any physical strength. Although they wouldn't do this sort of work in Sicily, once they're in England, they're out of the close community which gossips on everything that a person does. Here in England, everything is so impersonal. People don't really care. As long as a person goes out to work and doesn't have to ask or beg for his money.
Joseph, Norman tells me you wanted to see me about your wage card. Have you got it now, your wage card?
Number 6,
No, have you got your wage card, your clock card?
Yeah, 1 euro, 1 number.
Norman's given you a clock card, has he?
He
has.
This is money, me, 1 here. 1 euro, another 1 normal.
Right, I'll tell you what I want you to do. Go down and clear number 6 for me, the 8-foot unit.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
The language is the main problem, really, because he's a friendly sort of bloke and he likes to talk to people, he likes to chat, to mix in, and where you can have a laugh. And really, this is only possible with Italians. And even then, they talk about the old days as if they were dreaming it, as if they haven't really developed in this society. Maybe it was a bit too much for them to move from Sicily, really, to a place like London. Although you have security and you have money and you have your luxuries, I mean, most Sicilians here have got cars and tellies, but yet we feel that there is a lack of community life in England.
It is Carmela, Mello's mother, who marshals together the family, quietly and with the deference of a Sicilian wife. In Sutera, working within the family would have been her whole life. But here in Waltham Cross, she goes out to work too, in a small nearby factory that makes slippers. Nearly 50% of the workers here come from Sicily, mainly from Sutera and its surrounding villages, Acquaviva, Musumeli and Naro. It's a happy and comfortable place.
You tend to think of a firm as an organised body of people working to attain a certain objective, and yet in that place there's pictures on machines, pictures of saints and protectors, which make them look a bit human in a way. There's people shouting and people running and people joking. Although it seems disorganised, the work gets done and everybody's happy.
Rina is 2 years older than Mello. She's gay and friendly and less introspective than her brother. Rina works as a typist for a merchant bank in the city.
31 vote. Thank you.
She finds being a Sicilian girl in Britain has its own special problems.
I think that the going to work in London makes you feel free, well, more free than it would if I was working locally, say in Waltham Cross.
I just knew it. Just about caught this beauty.
We'll go to the pub for a drink or go for a meal or go shopping in the West End. You know, so loads of difference between working locally and working in the city.
A Sicilian girl in England is in a worse position than a Sicilian girl in Sicily, really, nowadays. Sicilian girls which have stayed in Sicily, they're studying now, they're going out of their own town, they're meeting other people, and their parents' ideas are changing. But here in England, we have the same mentality as we had when we left Sicily. When we came to England, we saw all the freedom that an English girl has. Well, that was too advanced for us.
Whenever I get asked out, I just say to him, I'm sorry about being Sicilian girls not being allowed to go out. I can't come out with you, I'm very sorry, and that.
The reason why we do adopt such strict rules is that if a Sicilian girl is allowed to go out with whoever she pleases, then other Sicilians will gossip. In a way, they seem to keep a notebook.
Never mind.
But you have to accept it for the family more than anything. I mean, even if I did go out, then when I got home, probably my mum would sort of, she'd be quiet. She won't really talk to me, not like she used to before. And that matters a lot to me, so I'd rather keep in peace with my mum than other people.
The Nicastros, a small family by Sicilian standards, but a close one.
My parents, although they might not understand some of the new problems which I'm beginning to experience, they do make an effort. That's the beauty of a Sicilian family, that you can talk to anybody. On the other hand, there is a difference for us because due to my father's lack of English, I have to do some of the things which are really his responsibility. Can you go and get the national insurance number? It's very, very sad because my father does feel humiliated. Certain things which a man wants to do himself, he must get his son to do. And it's very, very difficult for him to accept the fact. For example, this travel insurance we're filling in. My father doesn't know where to get it from, and he doesn't know how to fill it in when he does get it.
With 3 of them working and Mello doing a part-time job, the Nicastros earn, after tax, about £80 a week. With this, they live modestly but comfortably in England, saving to make their annual pilgrimage